can see how they're feeding well. Now the younger ones are being given this meal. You see how they're feeding like kings, eh? Feeding like kings. Hello my good people, remember I just came for benchmarking here because I told you I'm no longer work here, but I want to educate my audience about this farm. Yeah, good morning, good evening, good afternoon and good night. It depends on the time that you are watching this video. So today I'm going to show you for those who love sheep, I'm going to show you how you can feed your sheep so that actually you can get maybe profit from venturing into sheep farming. So I'll start showing you how to feed your sheep so that they can gain weight actually faster, and how to increase the productivity so that their dams, those are the ewes, be healthy, strong and ready for anything, guys. Let us see the way we can feed our sheep. If you want to venture in that sheep rearing, here we go. Let's dive in that topic, and that's it. Welcome. You can see what is happening in the tank. You can see somebody is on that tank. He has to remove some silage from there, because remember I told you these sheep, they feed on silage. So the guy will enter inside that tank so as to remove some silage that will be mixed with the other feeds, and we have a ration for today. Yeah, this tank is empty, so that means he'll just take silage from there to inside this tank, inside this tank, until he will achieve the recommended weight, because I told you they are being fed in terms of measurements. So have a look at the way the guy is removing the silage inside there. So I'll take you procedural. This topic for today. I'll tell you this is how to feed Dorper sheep in zero grazing. Yeah. So let us have how these guys removing these silage from the tank and placing it inside this smaller tank. Remember here, what keeps this farm moving is just that dedication from the stars, because everybody minds his own business. You have to make sure that your animal feeds well. Like you can see that is the concentrate, that is the meal for the animals. Those are the heifers, calves and the entire animals. He's now packing. So once this guy is done with this one, he'll just climb down, then do his rationing and mixing in that place. I'll have to show you what they give these Dorpers, so that they can achieve the health status that you saw in our previous video when I was explaining to you what is Dorper, how to raise this Dorper and the entire thing. Now it is feeding for Dorpers. Guys, I told you that they will put here silage until it is full. Remember, this is Napier grass silage. This is Napier grass silage. I told you after putting this way, he has to put the leg inside so that he can squeeze them inside to know the exact measurement, because he does this formulation every day. So once he steps inside there, he knows the capacity, how much meal these animals will feed on. Then he has to go back down, then take another one. Remember, he has to put it full the way I told you. He has to put it full inside here. So this thing has to be full. It is almost full now. Once it is full, I'll take you to another thing that happens here. Yeah, it is now full. It is now full. Let me compact it well. Now the guy is coming out of the tank and closing, sealing well the silage so that air cannot enter there. Remember I told you that when air enters there, it actually will reduce the strength of these silage. Remember, it should be under fermentation. So once opened, so it should not be opened completely. Yeah, you just open, remove the portion that you want, then you seal it well, tightly, so the air cannot get inside. So you have to make sure that silage is sealed tightly. This is how things now they work. You know. Now it is time to push this tank to the mixing area. I showed you the mixing area. Yeah, what you can see there in the sacks, so those are the formulation meant for heifers and heifers and other calves. So I told you we have something. Oh, silage. Okay, this is silage. So wewe unaenda kutumia yenye imekuwa fermented. Hii yenye imekuwa ile unaitakaje? Oh, fermentation. Okay. So the guy will pour, he will bring the fermentation that I'll show you. I'll tell you the composition of that fermentation. There is the fermentation. Let it come here, then I'll tell you what it entails. You see how things are made easy here. Yeah. The reason why they're in those tanks, one of it is for easy movement. You see now it is being rolled up to this area. Remember, this is our mixing chamber, yeah? A very good mixing chamber, yeah? A modern one, yeah? So he has to take these other sacks so that he can put them in a well-placed manner so that he can proceed with his duties. Remember, in my other video I showed you another guy was making for heifers, bulls and the entire animals. Those are the ones that are not milked. So for these ones, now we are going to mix for these Dorper sheep specifically, because here we only have Dorper sheep. So I'll have to teach you on how you feed them, what their meal will, and actually what their meal encompasses. Now he's done. So he'll bring the fermentation. He'll pour one by one. So he'll start with the fermentation. That is the fermentation. I'll tell you what this fermentation comprises. Even not even me, even him himself will tell you. Yeah, this is the fermentation, guys. Have a look. Look the way it looks like. What do you mix inside here?
We mix with the one
bag of wheat bran. One bag of wheat bran. Yes.
40 kgs.
40 kgs, yeah.
And one bag of maize jam.
One bag of maize jam.
40 kgs also.
40 kgs also. Another thing.
Use these are maize stalks.
Oh, maize stalks, eh?
Yes.
Maize stalks, okay. And hay, do you put hay inside?
Yes.
There is hay also, eh?
Yes.
So we have 40 kgs of maize jam, 40 kgs of bran, eh?
Yes.
Then you put inside hay, maize stalk, and another thing.
20 sacks of maize stalks and 20 sacks of hay.
Oh, 20 sacks of maize stalks and 20 sacks of may, eh? To how many kgs of maybe 20 sacks, eh? So that means this thing you mix the way they are in that tank, eh? It encompasses all of it, eh? So I was worried about when you telling me about 40 kgs, eh? I was imagining 40 kgs in this tank, eh? So that means it can result to somebody like something like acidosis to the sheep, eh? But now I've got it clearly. Yeah? Now you see that entire package that we have there, yeah? plus these ones, and another one they have already used. The whole of it is one that has 40 kgs of maize germ, 40 kgs of wheat bran,
and we use yeast.
And yeast.
Yes,
Remember I told you.
A mixture of yeast.
Yeah, this is the mixture of yeast in these drums here. We have yeast inside there. I think I can open one. You see how this yeast we are talking about. Let us see this yeast. Remember I told you, I told you alcohol for animals. You see now this is alcohol for animals. It looks like busa. That traditional, it is smelling actually like busa. The traditional liquor that people used to drink. You can now see the way it is fermented very well. Now this is busa for animal. I told you we have to make this animal they become drunk. After drinking this, they give us a lot of milk. So it's stirring it so that so he has said that what is inside there, it is a combination of these yeast. Remember the work of yeast actually is to enhance fermentation. It is to enhance fermentation. You have looked the way these not even beer, we call it busa in a traditional name for our animals. Remember there is time I talked about busa when I was telling you how to increase production of an animal from 40 to 60 liters of milk in this farm. How they achieve that 40 to 60 liters per animal. So there it is. So the busa, this yeast is the one that do you make your homemade yeast or you buy?
Yes, we have the procedure we use.
On how you make it. So what do you use, maize germ or pollard? Wheat pollard. Yes. They make their own busa here using
with water.
They mix with molar plus water, then some yeast, then with the pollard. That's how they achieve that yeast that you can see there. The busa in it. So these are a combination of all those things that we have talked about. This is the combination of it all.
And we had also a small amount of silage.
So we have silage. Remember, we just got silage from that tank. So he'll just make something that what we are going to make here. Will it feed the whole week or for today only?
No, for today morning.
Morning?
I also prepare in the evening.
Evening you'll prepare another one.
Yes.
Why can't you prepare just once and you feed all the animal and then the entire day instead of coming back in the afternoon?
We need to balance. So it's the culture of even the animals are known to that.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I'm being told once he mixed these ones for the sheep, he'll go maybe in the afternoon or in the evening he'll make another meal for them. This is the reason. You see, once you have taken this silage mixed with this, as you just maybe put them in an open place, they will lose its strength. So to keep the animals healthy and consistent, so he'll have to make another pure meal so that the animals can feed the entire day.
Also to avoid wastage.
Actually, even to avoid wastage, because once he'll just feed what they can eat up to the recommended time that it will be. By that time they will have finished. After finishing, he will now progress doing another meal for them again. But for today I'll just take only one meal because as long as we are now learning, remember we have lots of topics to cover, because in the time that I'll be here, remember I only have here a week or less than a week, so that we can get educated, we can learn many things. You see guys, I told you this thing needs a lot of determination and the entire thing. You can see the other side. What is ongoing on the other side is just about cleaning. You can see another animal. I don't know if that animal wants to escape or what is happening to it. You can see it is outside. So that is cleaning. Now you can see now it's putting them in a design that you can mix the whole thing inside here. Yeah, you can now see the way it is now, the way spreading this meal for today. We are going to prepare a complete formulation so that we can feed our animals with that formulation for today. I told you that animal has escaped, so they will have to take it back. They have to take it back. Imagine that animal producing more than 30 liters of milk. Just look in my other video, you can see what I mean by 30 liters of milk. So this is maize stock, eh?
No,
this is hay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, this is hay, yeah? It's just putting some hay inside here.
It is dry to reduce the water.
Okay. So the reason why they put a dry thing,
wetness.
Actually they are mixing with the wet meal that you have seen, that they call fermentation. They are mixing it so that it can absorb these. It can actually absorb water from the fermentation. Then he will place this silage here. You can see now he's placing silage. Yeah, this is how silage is being placed. Yeah, he has to spread it well. Yeah, you can see he's not just throwing. Yeah, he's throwing with consistency. Yeah, he has to make it full. Yeah? Remember, how many sheep do you feed?
It's about 70.
70 of them. He feeds 70 sheep in this premise. So there is a total of 70 sheep in this premise, this farm, and purely Dorper breed, imported from South Africa. That is the way things are being done here. Procedurally, takes time. Yeah, at the end of the day, this animal has to be fed well. That's why they look the way healthy they are. This is because of nutrition. Yeah, animal nutrition. Yeah. Remember, these guys are not even nutritionists. Yeah? Remember, I told you guys I worked here for 4 good years. This is where I got my knowledge and the entire thing. I've now decided to give that knowledge to the community. It's either you take it or leave it, because I don't charge you anything. I don't charge anything actually. You either take it or leave it, because this is just like a life changer. Yeah, you see now it's just putting the entire thing here. Putting the entire thing here. Yeah, this is for formulation for the Dorper sheep. As you can see, this is what they will eat today. Yeah, this morning. Yeah, this early morning. Everything is ongoing here well, procedurally, step by step. Remember, I'm here to educate you guys. I'm in a benchmarking in one of the biggest farm in Kenya, Uasin Gishu County. Yeah. Remember, guys, I told you the animals inside here produce 40 to 60 liters. Keep watching, get educated, and things will work in your farms. Now this is how packaging is being done. That is packing these things so that it can be carried and fed to the animals. And we have to demonstrate that practically. We have to go see the way they are feeding these sheep and the entire thing. Guys, you can see now we are winding, packing this meal for today. Remember, we have just done it systematically. We have seen the way it is being mixed and the entire thing. So after packing this way, remember this side, yeah, from this, what is inside this mixing area is meant for these sheep, and what is outside there, it is meant for heifers. You can look just from my other video how to feed heifers, calves, and the other smaller breeds that are not being milked. So these ones, they will be carried then fed to the animal direct. Nikikuuliza, kuna kitu nyingine unachanganya hapo wakati unazilisha?
Nataka kwanza chakula ndio niweke.
Uzike nini?
Suppose mfeed kwanza ndio niweke
Nini?
Kuna mixture ni mdogo ndio.
Oh, kuna mixer ya concentrate tu kama kitu kama dairy meal Okay. I'm being told after giving these sheep this meal for today, they will put some concentrate on top of that so that it can be a balanced daily ratio for the whole day, yeah. So we'll go feed these sheep, and we do the entire thing so procedurally so that you can see and learn on how to feed your Dorper if you intend to keep Dorpers and the entire thing, yeah. Remember, this is formulation for today, so the only thing that is remaining to go feed the animals. Remember, I'm just training you for free. I don't need anything, yeah. Getting this type of knowledge is very hard, No farm you'll go then they give you what they do, yeah. One of these days we will do what we call dairy meal making. Apart from dairy meal making, other time we can do chicken feed making, other time we can do steaming making, yeah. We have a lot of topics to do, to work on, yeah. So remember to subscribe to Lumumba Junior. Let's keep on learning. We learn and learn, guys. As I am waiting for this gentleman to come start carrying these the entire things from here so that we can take them to the sheep, let us just talk a little bit, yeah. We discussed about Dorper breed. If there is a breed of sheep that I can encourage people to keep, yeah, it is Dorper breed, yeah, because it is now actually it is a continental, yeah. It is now continental. A lot of people want to keep that kind of a breed because it is very productive, and apart from being very productive, its kids, actually the lambs mature very fast. That's the reason why I can encourage us to do such a thing, yeah. Remember, I go by the name Lumumba Junior. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's keep on learning as we are going to feed these sheep. Actually, here we only have sheep and cattle rearing and sheep rearing, yeah, those two animals, yeah. Let's go feed the sheep. It is now feeding time, yeah. Let's go and feed now the sheep, eh? Now this is the way they carry this meal for today. Let's go to where the sheep are so that we can feed them and every other person can really appreciate. Yeah, you can have a look at these animals here waiting for meal. They have to be fed, the whole of them, eh? These are the sheep, eh? You can see these are the sheep, these are the head. Look the way the construction has been done. Yeah. Now it is time to feed these sheep. I'll tell you the reason why they're not feeding now. Well, you can now see that just something like they don't want to feed well, but I'll tell you the reason, yeah. I'll tell you the reason why they're not feeding well, yeah. Once we do that, you will see how they are feeding here very well, yeah? Remember, guys, let me just tell you the reason why they're not feeding well right now. It's because this formulation does not contain concentrate, eh? The way people like sweet things, so once we put concentrate inside this meal for today, you will see all of them crowded here. All of them will be eating. Like now you're just seeing they're choosing what is called a silage, yeah? Like these two. You will see that they're just choosing silage, they're eating silage because it is that tasty enough, yeah? This is how we do feeding here. This is how feeding is being done. Yeah, you can see they're eating, but they're not eating that well. The reason is because we have not give them actually what we call something sweet, like concentrate. Once we put concentrate to this meal here inside here, you will see all of them, actually all of them will be here, but you can see they are trying to feed. Yeah, you can see we have these ones are trying to feed here. So Mr. Kelvin has gone for another meal for this side. Remember, we have just worked on this side, so we are going to this side. After giving these ones, then we call that it is fed. Yeah, you can look this system, the way it has been built. Yeah, these now are the troughs for feeding. They are being placed on this side. Then we have waterers inside there, so you must make sure that your animal has enough feed and enough water. Mr. Kelvin is coming back. Let us look him the way he's bringing back. He's coming with the meal for today. Yeah, here is he. Remember, this work is not that easy, the way you can see. Yeah, it is mixing, curry, bringing to the animals. Yeah, after this we supplement them with the concentrates. We make sure they have enough feed for today. We make sure they have enough water for today, and with that we get what we call happy animal, good health. Yeah, by feeding well, giving them enough water and the entire thing. Yeah, si hiyo nani unaziletea saizi hiyo dairy meal yao. Okay, so yeah, I was asking the time that these other concentrate will be brought here so that we can see them feeding well. Yeah? Remember, others have stopped eating. Yeah? These ones have stopped eating because actually they require something to motivate them to make this thing taste very sweet. Yeah? Once they see that, you see others are crying because they have just been given feed alone, so they are crying so that they can be boosted with something else so that it can taste sweet to them. Yeah, here they're not putting anything inside here, I think, because it is in between those on the other side and these ones. I'm being told that the younger ones eat their meal from here, outside here. You see, these are the younger ones. Yeah? They will eat their meal from outside here. Yeah? In this trough here, that means they have their own rations. They will be given their own rations so that they can feed on here. This is where they will eat. Yeah, this other one wants to run outside here. You can see how it's passing through. Yeah? It is out. Yeah? It is out. So it wants to eat from outside here. Look the way these kids are. They look super good. You can see one of the kid here is alopecia. So that means it has lost some hair in the neck region. Yeah, that can be as a result of maybe mange. Apart from mange, maybe it was sick. Then so this it is just wearing off those wool. Yeah, look these lambs, the way they look. Like this one, yeah. This one is almost 1 month old. The way it is big this way, yeah. Plenty of milk. Remember I told you Dorpers become big very faster as compared to other breeds of sheep. Yeah, you can see how they're big, energetic. Yes. I'm just waiting for Mr. Kelvin to come with a formulation so that we proceed with the topic for today. We want now to feed these sheep. Yeah, you can hear this noise. This noise actually, they need the entire meal. The way people behave, make a lot of noise when you have not eaten maybe something like a piece of bread with maybe tea, especially for students. That's why you can hear these sheep making a lot of noise. Because at the end of the day, they want complete rations to their meal. That's why they're making a lot of noise. But once they will be given, they will be busy eating the entire day. They will be eating. And we have to see that. We have to see the way they will be eating once they have been given, they have been supplemented here in their rations. Remember, even for them, they need something that tastes very sweet to them. Look at these lamps here. We have these lamps here. You can hear a lot of noise here coming from these housings. Yeah, these are a lot of noise from housing. Mr. Kelvin has gone to bring the supplement so that we can supplement them. But once we are done with that supplementation, they won't make noise. Actually, they won't make noise. Look the way those ones are staring outside there. Those the lamp. So that they are facing one direction because they believe that is the direction where the feed enters this premise. So they have to stand there, wait for Mr. Kelvin to bring them the feed. Yes. Let's just wait for Mr. Kelvin. He has delayed, but we have to wait for him because he has the solution for these pleasant animals. Actually, that's the solution for them. Maybe he's weighing, then bringing to them the supplement that we were talking about. These ones, they think I'm the one who has that supplement, so they might be running, moving side by side. They are not. That is not Mr. Kelvin passing there. Let me just go look where Mr. Kelvin is and tell him that the babies are crying over here. They need meal, they need the entire rations and the entire thing. You now see those noise. It has stimulated these animals too. They look waiting for their meal too here. Remember it is early morning. They have finished their rations for today that were given over the night, and now they are waiting for the morning's rations. Here's Mr. Kelvin with a supplement. This is the supplement that these sheep are waiting for. So you will see, even others have come just to receive him with goodies. The way kids receive people with goodies, the same way. Look that historic, actually the historic welcoming. This is an historic welcoming. Historic welcoming. You can now see now the way they are feeding. They are feeding now, feeding. I told you once they get their booster for feeding. They will feed to feed. Now look the way they are feeding now. I told you, once they have the booster, things will work out for them. You see here, to avoid competition, this is why the kids they are eating from this side. Sometimes these kids are being given pellets. You see now the way they are feeding. They are feeding. This is what we call actually this one. Now they are up. You can see now those flocks. They are moving, just chasing him. But they can't pass through. Now it is feeding. Let's now see an overview on how now they are feeding. All of them will be feeding. All of them will now be feeding. I told you they just needed something to stimulate the way they'll be feeding. Now you can see the entire sheep and the entire thing, they're now feeding well. Now you can see, guys, I told you. Now here, you can't imagine, now we have some sheep here because they were making noise. Now the premise is very silent. Very silent. Guys, you can hear the way premise is very silent. Each other one is busy now feeding, no noise. Now we can now hear noise from the animals themselves, now the cattle. But for the sheep, we are now done with them. Healthy flock and everything healthy. Before I conclude about that, I have to ask Mr. Kelvin what this meal that he gave them encompasses, because you can see these things. Actually, it is very sweet. You can just highlight for us maybe something that which are here, so that we can really appreciate, because you can now hear this premise very silent. You can't imagine we have animals here. Yeah, Mr. Kelvin is coming. Yeah, here is he. Here is he. So nikikuuliza ni nini mmechanganya hapo na hapo?
Pellets.
Pellets, yeah. Yo, I told you guys, now this is the meal for these younger ones. I told you sometimes we give them pellets. Here the pellets that they are being given. So this means zile kubwa ziko na pellets, ndio?
Hapana, tunamixia kidogo
wadogo. Hii ni chakula wadogo.
hapa ni ya wote kubwa.
Okay, pia unakula pellets.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm being told even for the bigger stock, this flock of sheep take even pellets. They have here pellets. Remember, pellets have a high protein levels, and apart from pellets, we can see some pollard here. We can see some maize germ here, and also we have some salt flakes here. So this is what it encompasses, yeah. So you'll just add to them a little. Remember, it has to be measured because he knows how we measure them, yeah, to prevent something that we call acidosis. Acidosis, yeah, that is overload of grains. You can see the way they are feeding here. You can see how they are feeding well. Now the younger ones are being given this meal. You see now they're feeding like kings, feeding like kings. I've just taken you through how to feed this entire flock of sheep. We have seen how Mr. Kelvin is doing it. We have learnt a lot of things, how to supplement them, what we have just mixed there, where we have our mixing chamber and the entire thing. So what I can just tell you guys, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is Lumumba Jr., the animal lover himself. Remember, I have passion and love for animals, and apart from that, I have a blessed gift where I can treat animals, I can know diseases, and animals will be very fine, yeah? So remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on the notification bar, and we learn, and learn. Thank you for now. Goodbye, my people. Till we meet again. Goodbye.